Nate, it's so rare to watch either Malcolm Brogdon or Domantas Sabonis have an off night on offense, and it happened on the same night tonight. Is that just the rare case of the shot not falling? Did Toronto do anything to take them out of their rhythm?
Yeah, I think it's a case of both. Give credit to Toronto. They played good defense. They were really swarming those two guys. And then also at the same time there was some shots that we would have liked to get back. We had some good looks. It's a combination of a lot of things. I don't fault Malcolm or Domas at all with the extreme effort that they always show. So it was just one of those things. It didn't bounce in for us when we needed it to.
Yeah, Nate, the team seemed to come to life into the third quarter and carried that into the fourth. What was the catalyst behind that?
Well, I just thought we were playing with a little more juice, and I said that to them there as a group at the end of that quarter, and I thought they finished that third like you said. We were really moving. We had them on backing up and on their heels a little bit. We were attacking. We were setting good screens. Our movement was much better on the offensive end. So there was a lot of highs and lows in that game. It felt like we were trying to claw back a lot of the time, but our guys, they do that. We took a couple of leads there, in the second half, and our guys kept fighting.
Other questions, please. Dave.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, much was made about your relationship with Nick before this game. Did you find yourself thinking about that at all, like when the game was on, or is that something that you were able to kind of easily put in the background and focus on the task at hand?
Yeah, not during the game. We gave the wave there before the game, and that's the respect that we give each other and that I give him. And then the wave after the game, but during that thing, it was very competitive out there. Be that same way again tomorrow. We just got to go look at it and see what we can do better.
Brendan Rourke.
Hey, Coach. So Toronto seemed to be able to clog up the paint a lot. There was a lot of missed shots at the rim for Indiana. What makes them so tough around the rim?
Well, they just it's what I said earlier. We had shots that will knock them down. They were clogging the paint. We got to be strong with the ball when we do enter the paint, because they were swarming and doubling and loading up. On the back side, our weak side has to have keep moving and be ready to shoot. And like I said, we'll look at it. I got to go look at it more before I make too many comments on it.
Scott.
Nate, how critical is just TJ McConnell, as you said, to give him juice in the third quarter? If not for him, who knows if it's back to being a single-digit game?
Yeah, he brings it. He'll pick up full, and he's changing the momentum of the game. He's attacking the paint when he's pushing it on offense. So, yeah, he's big. He brings that. That's what he consistently brings every night to our team, and we love him for it.
Christos.
Hello, Coach. I would like to ask you about you are down by 8 points during the fourth quarter. You make a great run, and you're too close to the win. What were the details of that game that cost you the win tonight?
Yeah, I just there was some I'm telling you, there was some shots made by them and missed by us there, and I know it's not just that simple. There's a lot more details to it. We got to be good when a shot goes up and only give them one opportunity at it. I think we gave up a few offensive rebounds there. I thought our defense was aggressive. I did. I was pleased for the most part of how hard we were playing and the things that we were trying to do. Got to do some different things tomorrow. And offense, we just got to keep moving more. I thought we got standing there a little bit in the first half. I thought there was more movement in the second half. Just gotta look at it.
Okay.
Playing the same opponent twice in 2 nights is obviously very unique. What does preparation look like for you in a scenario like this?
Yeah, just to keep looking at it and keep improving. It'll be a different kind of game tomorrow. You saw one kind of game here today. It'll be different tomorrow. Maybe different guys and different lineups, different things that how we want to attack on the offensive end, and different things we want to do on the defensive end. Both teams will be doing that here the rest of the day and into tomorrow before the game starts.
Scott?
Raptors did a good job of taking away the airspace, making things difficult. Was this maybe a team that was kind of the most disruptive that you have faced?
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job of being disruptive and loading up on the ball and loading up in the paint. So yeah, you got to give them credit there.
Any final questions for Coach? All right, Nate. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Miles, a couple of nights ago, you guys were able to pull that one out against Orlando in a similar scenario, somewhat down by a couple points late in this one. What did you see as the difference this afternoon?
I think that down the stretch, their defense stepped up. You know, some calls didn't go our way, and you know, I can respect the team that just steps up like that. I think they made two big plays consecutive back to back in our last two possessions, and they came away with it. You tip your cap, and we see them tomorrow.
And Miles, it seemed like a struggle for you guys offensively much of the night, but you came to life there at the end of the third quarter and seemed to carry that into the fourth. What was the catalyst behind that?
Confidence. I hadn't touched the ball much in that second half, so I knew when the ball was coming my way, I was gonna be ready, and just trusting my shot. It's a little difficult shooting with that little pad thing, but it's just all about repetitions, game reps, and whatnot. And my shot's falling right now, so I'm just gonna continue to keep being aggressive.
Scott.
They were disruptive defensively kind of all game. What makes them so difficult and uncomfortable more than anything maybe to go against?
And a good individual on-ball defense, and then they play really well in the gaps. I think that, I credit their defense some, but at the same time, we were missing shots. I think we got a lot of great looks. I think Domas required a lot of attention. He was making the right passes. We just missed shots. It's just sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't. But it's not going to discourage us from continuing our play. So I think that our offense is just fine. We just missed shots.
Pat.
Miles, do you sense the offensive system as a whole benefits you more? Obviously, you get more threes, but it also seems like you're catching the ball downhill a little bit more and maybe have more chances to finish at the rim.
A lot of it is just me being confident, and I feel like I've always been able to play out there. I think I have more opportunity this year. More opportunity to be aggressive, more opportunities to, be myself and be who I know I've always been. So I think this offense does benefit me a lot. Especially with Domas in there requiring so much attention. Teams leave me and dare me to shoot. So, I put them up, and then when teams close out, I'm able to get downhill and make the right play.
Christos.
Hello, Miles. After the last couple of games, how do you feel about your shape? And also, what different do you expect from tomorrow's game?
Just want to make sure I heard you right. You said how do I feel about my shape? Like what kind of shape I'm in?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel pretty good. I missed a week. But for the most part, I feel fine. Just a little, I think just a little fatigued with the extended minutes and whatnot. But, I'm gonna bounce back quickly. The more and more games I play, just continue to, get my reps in. And I don't really have a choice at this point. Got a lot of games coming up. Just got to play. And what was your second question? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. No, we're very confident for tomorrow. They didn't have a couple of the key guys, but I think we're not going to have a lot of nights where we miss, those open shots. So, I'm confident with this team's depth, and that we're going to bounce back tomorrow and make the proper adjustments.
Brendan.
Yeah, OG Anunoby had a really nice game. What makes him so difficult to defend at times?
I think he was aggressive. He was, picking and choosing his spots well. He got downhill and, got to the free throw line. I just think that he was, he was someone who just was able to step up for them today. So, just credit to him. He had a good night.
Any final questions for Miles here? All right. Thank you. We appreciate it.
group that helped bring the Pacers back from that 15-point deficit and take a lead. Can you tell us how that got going and then how disappointing it was to not be able to cap it off with a win?
Yeah, certainly disappointing to fight all the way back like that, but it just starts with effort. That's really all I can tell you. Kind of just came out with more fire and fight and fought our way back. And credit to us, but you also got to credit Toronto. You know, they didn't budge, and you know those guys have played at the biggest stage in the finals. So you know they don't budge in moments like that. So credit to them.
Yeah, TJ, it's unusual to see Malcolm and Domas have the rough shooting nights they had tonight. How much of that do you attribute to their defense, and how much is just missing shots?
No, I mean their defense is really good. You know, it's very similar to ours, and I think our defense is really good as well. But you don't see that too often from Malcolm and Domas. But certainly in an 82 or a 72 game season, that's going to happen once in a while. So kind of just shake that one off and move on.
Dave Griffiths.
Hey, TJ, about facing the same team back-to-back nights. Obviously, it comes with its physical challenges, but I wanted to ask about the mental challenge in particular. I mean, you guys know each other even better now than you did at the start of this game. Is that challenge something that you've grown to like or embraced as you've, I guess, gotten more experience in the league and seen it a little bit more often?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. You play a team, but never back-to-back. So it's certainly different, but, you know, we just got to focus on the things that we do well, clean up the things that we didn't tonight, and come out refreshed tomorrow. I know certainly a 1 p.m. game was different for us as well. So, but that's no excuse. So we have to come out tomorrow and just be better. It's that simple.
Scott.
Yeah, TJ, what's being discussed kind of second half when Domas didn't score and Malcolm's struggling? What are you guys being said? How are you trying to pick each other up?
No, I mean, we're telling those guys, and they know this, to just keep attacking. You know, they're the engine that makes us go. And, you know, I think the supporting cast, you know, kind of just had to step up a little bit more. And, but Malcolm and Domas do so much for our team that really wasn't discussed.
Christos.
TJ, what different expect to see and what different expect to do as a team on tomorrow's game?
It's simple. We have to watch the film and see where we had breakdowns, see what we can clean up on offense, and just come out with more energy and aggression than we did in the first half. I thought we had a slow first half, and obviously a better second half, but we got to put two halves together.
J. Michael.
Speaking of what do you expect to change, do you think they will come with a similar game plan, or do you expect them to change up, for instance, how they covered Domas with OG and then doubling down the moment he put the ball on the floor, forcing kickouts? Do you expect them to look similar for what you saw tonight, or do you think Nick Nurse is prone to changing up things a lot?
I'm not sure. I think that's probably a question for them. And honestly, if they do make changes, you know, we've got to adapt on the fly. You know, but we have to worry about what we have to change, and we'll watch the film tomorrow and see what we can clean up and shoot around and go from there. But you know, I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments, but you know, we have to be ready for that.
Any final questions for TJ?
Yeah, can I follow up with that? TJ, how big of a difference you think OG made, though, being able to defend Domas in the post and then get 30 points on the other end, and how he impacted the game for them?
No, I mean, usually when you see a guy that plays that well defensively, it's hard to, you know, put together energy to have a night like that offensively, and that was huge for them. He did a great job, and credit to him. But, you know, we got to do a better job of putting Domas in position to score, and that's on me, and you know, getting him in the right spots, and we'll do a better job of that tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, TJ.